Tucker is going to interview Vladimir Putin of Russia. Is this the red pill moment for the United States, for the citizens of the U.S., for the citizens of the world even? Remember, mainstream wants to call Putin and Russia the boogeyman. Now, no one is calling Putin the perfect individual or the peacemaker or anything of the sort. But I think there's a lot of misinformation, disinformation, malinformation, those three words the left and the mainstream media likes to throw around. There's a lot of that happening here as it relates to Russia and what is really happening in Ukraine and what both sides really want out of it. And now, from the point of view of the red pill slash blue pill, this is Wikipedia, and this is from the Matrix. This is where it comes from. It says the red pill and blue pill represent a choice between the willingness to learn a potentially unsettling or life-changing truth by taking the red pill, or remaining in the contented experience of ordinary reality with the blue pill. Are you red-pilled? Are you about to be red-pilled by this interview? I think it's going to be very eye-opening. And this is why you need a nuanced understanding of the conflicts around the world, the Middle East, and Ukraine, Russia. Is Putin the big bad boogeyman? Well, if we go to World War III, they're certainly going to put information out to that effect. What did they do as it relates to propaganda in World War II against Hitler? And I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy. He was a bad guy. But they got all citizens on board. They ran propaganda, cartoons, and information across the radio waves to consolidate the people's willingness to go against and battle this foreign foe. Tucker Carlson explains why he is interviewing Putin. Most Americans are not informed, and we're here because we love the U.S. I suggest you go and watch this quick little short video where he explains what he's doing and why he's there. Here's why we're doing it, he says. First, because it's our job. We're in journalism. Isn't that a fresh statement to make, rather? And whatever you think of Tucker, I do believe he at least lets people talk, and he allows different viewpoints to come out. We're in journalism, he says. Our duty is to inform the people. And you take Tucker's information, for what you will. You need to consider it yourself. It's not up to Tucker or up to mainstream media to tell you what the truth is. It's up to you to listen to the information and put it together and figure it out for yourself. It says, 2 years into a war that's reshaping the entire world, most Americans are not informed. They have no real idea what's happening in this region, here in Russia or 600 miles away in Ukraine. But they should know. They're paying for much of it in ways that we might not fully yet perceive. The war in Ukraine is a human disaster, and I will agree with that. Hundreds of thousands of Ukrainian troops and Russian troops have died for this. And for what? What is the battle? It's left hundreds of thousands of people dead, an entire generation of young Ukrainians, and has depopulated the largest country in Europe. But the long-term effects are even more profound. Now, the other side to this, and I'll say it, I'll put it quickly. One side is saying, well, Russia did it. Russia invaded. Yes, they did. But what prompted that? Does NATO have any part to play? Do the European countries have any part to play? NATO was slowly expanding closer and closer to Russia. And there was an agreement that neither side would expand any further to each other with strategic, nuclear weapons, defense systems, all these sorts of things, because there was a status quo there, and each set of countries, Russia versus NATO, a set of countries, could defend themselves. But NATO is encroaching on that, getting the new countries into NATO. What is it? Sweden, Norway, whatever it is, there. And so this is becoming an indefensible position for Russia. So it's not Russia that is the only bad apple in this fight. There's conflicting and equally bad in many ways points of view from each side that are basically tossing fuel into this fire. So Go watch this one by Tucker, and when the interview comes out, I suggest you watch it. Don't believe everything he says. Don't believe everything Putin says. Putin's going to have his own propaganda. Biden's probably going to come out with his own propaganda. Justin Trudeau's going to come out with his propaganda in response to this conversation. But you put both conversations, the left side, the right side, the conservative, the Democratic, liberal viewpoints, you put them both together, and you need to glean out of this what you can in terms of what is the truth. And the truth is probably somewhere in between. But you need to listen to this with open ears and pay attention, because you are not getting this stuff in mainstream media. And by the way, the left is going crazy that Tucker is in Russia and about to interview whom they believe is the big boogeyman. I'll leave there, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.